Could I help with the election, I suppose, Mr. President?
All right, sure, why not? The people have a tendency to wait until the last minute to vote, but I'd like just to get it over with. I'll spare a few caps if you just tell each of the adults to get over to the voting booth sometime today, so I cinch the victory. Not that I have anything to worry about. The people know who their leader is in this republic.
Right. Tell me more about the Republic, Mr. President.
The Department of Tourism usually handles all questions for outsiders. Make it quick.
Oh, you're the Department of Tourists, or Tourism, sure. Do you have 2 wives? I mean, maybe more, Mr. President. Or, I say wives, but mummies. Do you have 2 mummies?
Of course, as President of the Republic, I have a mandate to repopulate the wasteland.
Sure. Who passed that mandate? I hope it wasn't your father. That's all I'm saying. So you're in charge here, Mr. President.
That's right. As President, I am head of the Department of Tourist Rights, the Office of Immigrant Affairs, and the Bureau of Dave-like Activities. My proudest duty, second to the presidency, is Commander-in-Chief of the Army of Dave, the most ruthless military in the wasteland.
I'd be interested in learning more about you, Mr. President.
Years ago, I freed these poor people from the wrath of Tom, former monarch of the Kingdom of Tom. Afterwards, the people naturally elected me as their president, and the Republic of Dave was formed.
Did you kill your father? You killed your father, didn't you? Do you have any future plans for the Republic, Mr. President?
Well, the Republic of Dave is the only true sovereign nation in the wasteland. The only really civilized place left in the world. One day, all wastelanders will be citizens in the Republic and know the greatness of their president.
Do you not listen to the radio or anything? Because of the other president? And also just other places? I know all about them.
Well, good for you then.
Can I discuss the election with you?
The election is still going on. What do you want to know?
Who's eligible to vote?
That would be Bob, Shauna, Jessica, Rosie, and myself. In the Republic, if you're old enough to carry a weapon, you're old enough to vote. Rosie and Jessica are usually here in the capital. Bob usually hangs out outside near the Brahmin pen. Shauna runs the Museum of Dave, so you can find her there.
And are the votes in, Mr. President?
Bob still hasn't voted, that dumb bastard.
Anybody else that hasn't voted?
Tell Shauna that Dave commands her to vote in the election. She'll come running, trust me.
Okay. Who's running in the election?
Nobody except me. Why would the people need anyone else but Dave? I give them all that they ask for.
Right. I'd like to throw my hat into the ring and run for the presidency.
I'm sorry, but the president must be a citizen of the Republic to run for office. So you do not qualify.
Well, I guess I can't even ask for citizenship, which is, it wouldn't be the first time a player in Fallout asks for citizenship of a place that is basically a dictatorship, is all I'm saying. I think I have all the info I need.
Anything else?
Did you already vote, Mr. President?
Of course I voted. I was the first to vote. Now I'm just waiting for the rest of the votes to come in.
I have to go then.
Very well.
And we need to talk to everybody.
That
It's
election
locked
is getting
for a
pretty
reason.
close, huh?
Don't get any ideas.
Crazy how it sneaks up on you, you know?
Oh, she's gonna vote?
I heard that Dave allowed you to stay. Well, welcome, stranger. Just be mindful of the children.
Yeah, I think I talked to all of them. Tell me about the Republic.
Sure, honey. But don't make it too long, or Dave will start wondering why we're talking.
So you're Dave's first wife, right? Does he have 2?
Well, yes. Dave and I were married when he was wandering the wasteland, before inheriting the Republic from his father, Tom. After Ralph was born, Dave said that the President of the Republic needed to repopulate the wasteland. So, now we have a second wife.
Right. Tell me more about this Dave dude.
Dave is a good man.
Nah.
He looks after all the children and makes sure they have plenty to do. He's bought a lot of toys, not that he'd admit it. He has our Shauna teach classes to the younger ones. She's over at the Museum of Dave to the west of the Republic.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to say, really. I'm Dave's wife, or first wife, I guess. I've lived here for many years now.
Being his first wife still constitutes as being his wife. You can say, I'm Dave's wife. Like, I would be my cousin's cousin. Or I don't know, my aunt's nephew or something. You know, doesn't mean that I'm the only nephew. What's your take on the Republic?
We have plenty of food and water here, and the compound is fairly safe. I'm glad the children can be raised here, away from the wasteland. I'd like to see more trading done with the local caravans, but Dave's afraid their outside influence could weaken the Republic.
That might explain why no radios then. Well, that's a good choice. Radios do suck. That's all I need to know.
Sure, honey.
Don't honey me. Can I discuss the election with you?
Election time is always exciting around here.
Who's running in the election?
Only Dave. He's the only person who ever runs.
Ever runs. I'd like to throw my hat into the ring and run for the presidency.
Did Dave say you could do that?
I don't think he did.
I don't think you can do that. You'd better ask Dave.
Okay. Have you considered running for the presidency?
Keep your voice down. I'm not really comfortable talking about it out here.
I wonder where we could talk about it. I think I get the idea. Let me ask you about something else.
Anything else?
Yeah. Goodbye, Rosie.
Goodbye. Take care of yourself. You have my vote, Mr. President.
Glad to hear that.
She talks to her husband like that. Is she actually gonna vote? I mean, I figured... Oh, she's just gonna grab a beer. Fair enough. And drink it immediately as she picks it up. That's the sound you hear. Oh, Jessica.
Dave says you're okay? Fine.
Yeah, can I discuss the Republic with you?
You should talk to Dave, but okay.
So you're Dave's second wife?
First wife. Rosie is the second wife, since she's the oldest and not good for anything anymore.
Sure. Tell me about this Dave dude person.
That's President Dave to you, Wastelander. Call him by his full name, or we'll shoot you. He takes care of all of us, even that selfish Rosie and her brats. My children will be a lot nicer than hers.
Will be a lot nicer. Okay, well, I wonder how long ago you've married him. Could you tell me more about yourself?
All I have to say is Dave is my husband. Mine. Do you understand? I don't care what Rosie has to say about it. Just because Rosie used to be this big leader out in the wasteland, she thinks she's better than me. She even ordered Dave around once.
You're all peas in a pod. What's your take on the Republic?
Dave is a great leader. He's going to bring civilization back to the wasteland. One day, they'll say it all started here.
Yeah, and then they're gonna burn themselves to death again with the nuclear holocaust. That's all I needed to know.
Okay,
I'd like to discuss the election with you.
I'll help you if I can.
Yeah, can I throw my hat into the ring and run?
Did you ask Dave if that's okay?
Yeah, have you considered running for the presidency?
No way. You'd have to be crazy to run against him.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope. I'll see you later.
You're safe as long as Dave says so.
No, I'm safe all the time. You don't need to worry about me.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? I'm just going around, talking to everybody in your household. You do have radios, just don't turn them on. Fair. No, none of that outside influence, Just like a good old dictatorship. Or...
Hey, Jessica. You excited about the election?
Yeah.
That wasn't... What's he gonna do? She's gonna sit down and passive-aggressively look at her until she's more excited about the election? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Anyway, that is that for in here. There's nothing else. Oh yeah, the
I
ballot.
really hope you're not thinking of breaking into there.
No, it's the ballot box. It's an ammo container. Hey.
President Daddy says that people from outside the Republic are bad.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Let's see who this is. You insane person.
Come on, make it fast. I got chores.
Okay. The shorts of shooting. Are you actually? You're just attracting attention to this place. I'd like to know more about the Republic.
Shauna runs the museum, not me. What the hell do you want?
Am I in the museum? Because why would you talk about the museum? President Daddy has 2 wives?
Yes, he does, and they're both pains in my ass. Always got to keep them in line or else they get all teary.
Teary? I imagine it's just... he just abuses them or something, and then they cry, you know, because they're being abused, and then he just has to be even worse to them, and then they are so afraid of him that that's what he means by keeping them in line, or something. I have no idea. Tell me more about this Dave guy.
Dave made me second commander of the Army of Dave, and that means I get a gun. Don't make me have to use it.
So only 2 people have guns in this place. Fair. So, Bob, I'd like to know more about you.
All you need to know is that I'm second in command next to Dave, so don't bother me. And don't talk to Rosie or Jessica either. Those are Dave's wives, and they have work they need to do.
Do they? I think rumors?
Dave is in charge. When he's not around, I'm in charge. If you want anything else, go to the Museum of Dave on the left side of the compound.
He's really obsessed with the museum.
Oh, great.
Can I discuss the election with you?
Oh, yeah? What about it?
Have you considered running for the presidency?
Man, I'd love to be the president. Everybody would have to listen to me, or I could just exile them to the wasteland. And the first thing I'd do is make myself the permanent leader so they couldn't vote me out in some other election. But there's no need for me to run. One year, Dave is just going to make me the leader, just like my grandpa Tom did for him.
Your grandpa... Wait a minute. Are you Dave's son? Or like nephew or something? Because Tom... Am I getting my family lines mixed up over here? Maybe I have. Maybe I am. Dave is corrupt. The Republic needs a new champion of freedom. Although you are not one to be it, I suppose. Maybe I'll come back when I talk to everybody else and see if I can find somebody who's a little bit less murderous and awful. Yeah, I don't think you should be in charge of anything.
Yeah? Well, so's your face.
That is a good comeback. I approve of this. Yeah, see you later, Bob.
Just don't bother me. I've got stuff to do for Dave.
You are just... What is wrong with him? What is wrong with... Oh, he's shooting this. I could barely tell. I think that is... Oh, sorry. I think that is an effigy of super mutants. And that's why... Yeah. Museum of Dave. Let's check it out. Unfortunately, there's nobody in here. Or fortunately, there's nobody in here. There's a Chinese assault rifle, a Chinese officer's sword. They have that. Hot plate, suitcase, a bobblehead for extra perception. It increases it by 1, which is nice, I suppose. Because, you know, you can see through the... It's like glasses, except it's a bobblehead. I don't know why it could be confusing. It isn't. It isn't confusing. Now, the museum itself... The museum doesn't have much, as far as I can tell. So, what I want to do, I suppose, or what I could do, is I should just wait here for people to come in. I mean, if I'm gonna wait, I might as well sit down. Am I sure that this is a museum and not a school? Either way, let's wait. Let's say 12 hours should be enough. Of course, that's based on the assumption that people actually get somewhere. Oh, look!
Another foreigner in the Republic.
Do you have many foreigners? What? Do they have any foreigners at all? I wouldn't think that they did, but the museum... Oh, this is the... I should be able to go in without it being a crime. But people might be upset that I'm here. Because they segregate based on gender here. Women's to one side... Women's to one side, men's to the other. It's the women's quarters, that's why it's confusing. I had to load the level, I think. Oh, that's Shauna.
Hey there, are you gonna play Republic with us?
No. Shauna?
So, Dave gave you the okay, huh? Well, welcome then. I run the Museum of Dave, where the children of the Republic can learn about their heritage.
Yeah, it's a school. I'd like to know more about the Republic.
Sure. The Museum of Dave is happy to answer any questions on behalf of the Republic of Dave's Office of Tourism.
Dave has 2 wives?
Dave revised the restrictive marriage laws of the Kingdom of Tom shortly after the Republic was formed. Multiple marriages is now considered one of the great free freedoms of the Republic of Dave.
Tell me more about this Dave guy.
President Dave is the savior of the wasteland, bringing peace and order to the savages man has brought upon himself. If you would like to learn more, please stop by the Museum of Dave's official tour at 2 p.m.
That sounds like a plan. I didn't know the time. Tell me about yourself.
Me? I just run the museum and teach classes to the little ones. You know, truth, justice, and the will of Dave.
She has a gun? So the guy said, because he's the second in command, he gets a gun. It could be because he's just part of the army. Maybe. But I got the impression that he was already part of the army, and he was upgraded to second in command. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he's just deranged. So what do we know? What's your take on the Republic?
The Republic of Dave offers a rich history rivaling that of the great nations before the war.
Sure. That's all I need to know.
How very Dave-like.
I'd like to discuss the election with you.
Me? I'm not sure if I can help you.
Have you considered running for the presidency?
Absolutely not. In fact, I'd vote for Dave twice if I could.
Seems like we're at a standstill. Let me ask you something else.
Anything else?
Yeah, let's, I need to get going.
Bye.
So, 2 p.m. Easily fixed. Or not fixed, I suppose, but this. Maybe a little bit before 2 p.m. Huh. I thought he was gonna say something. They often do. Is that the guard? That's the kid that we met, I think. Either way, you can see time passes very fast.
I'll just get started on the tour of the museum then. To my far right is the baby carriage that our great leader slept in as a newborn baby. Unlike most babies, he never cried, and his poop didn't stink. Dave had 8 siblings and made his own baseball team. The team was so good, in fact, the Wasteland team was so scared, it never showed up to compete. The briefcase is the very one Dave took with him when he became fed up with the poor ways that his father ran the nation. Dave brought back many items from the Wasteland. It was artifacts like these that amassed the Republic's great wealth. Dave collects many war collectibles, including holotapes and war weaponry. This globe represents the whole planet that Dave traversed. Don't let its size fool you. The world is at least 50 times bigger than this. I don't know who put that tire there. These weapons were used against the USA before the bombs fell. Dave probably acquired these when he walked to China. Dave is a world-renowned marksman, known for shooting an apple out of the hand of a raider from across the Potomac. Mounted to my left is the very head of the slain Deathclaw that Dave encountered during his quest through the wastes. I know what you're thinking, and no, that's not a Brahmin skull. Brahmin have 2 heads, so there'd have to be 2 skulls for it to be Brahmin. Please, no touching. And that's the tour. I hope you enjoyed it.
Don't you just love election time, Ralph?
I guess so.
Rachel, can you believe you're almost old enough to vote? Ugh, why can't I just vote now?
Isn't election time so much fun, Mary?
Yeah, but it'd be better if I could vote.
Welcome to the Museum of Dave.
That was
A wastelander, like in the stories about Dave.
the best conversation that I've ever seen Radiant AI do. That was incredible.
Something you need?
Yeah, I just wanted to, that's it. Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah. See you.
That was really good.
Are you okay?
It was funny and, I mean, oh, I shouldn't have done this because people saw me enter. It was funny and it's character building and I liked it. Jokes every line, understated jokes, admittedly. You know, like the Wasteland team never showed up because there's only 2 countries. But, you know, I liked it. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, well, it seems like I've been everywhere. And I have no clue how to make sure that Dave doesn't, I don't even know what he's doing to these people, but clearly this is the cult of Dave. And Dave must end. And Bob also is not going to be better. We're not going to make this a Republic of Bob, or the whatever it is. Do I not? I don't actually have a... Oh no, we don't have a choice. We don't have choices here, I don't think. So, Shauna.
Something you need?
Yeah, you should go vote if you haven't already.
Oh no. Dave sent you to tell me that, didn't he? I'll go right away, I promise.
Good.
Hey, anything going on?
Yeah, Bob.
Yes? What is it? Come on, I don't have all day.
Yeah, but you have the same voice actor that shows up in Oblivion all the time, so it's very difficult to take you seriously. It is about the election.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I really think you should run for the presidency.
Look, I already told you. One day, Dave is just going to make me president.
Dave is corrupt. The Republic needs a new champion of freedom.
Yeah, I'll show him. When I'm in charge, everyone will have to say I'm as good as Dave. Better even.
Okay, there we go. Time for me to go.
Later.
I'm not sure... Wait a minute.
Come on, make it fast. I got chores.
Yeah, so... You should vote if you haven't already.
Fine, I'll get out of the way.
Hi.
Hi. For some reason, I thought there were more people. The chug there was weird. So they're going to vote. Oh yeah, there's the 2 wives, of course. I probably should have waited for Bob to... Oh.
Ah, Dave, lead our republic to glory.
That is not... That wasn't worrisome at all.
Hello.
Hello. I'm waiting for Bob. There you go. His AI doesn't exist when we're not in the level.
Yes?
Yes, indeed. Maybe I should have told you to vote for Bob.
I'm gonna win this.
He can't vote for himself, though. But whatever.
Something you need?
Yeah, you should vote.
I guess you're right. I'll go right now.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're observing what people say when they vote. Me, personally, I like to say thank you.
All done. Dave's the best.
Not stuff like that. All done. Even when I have 3 or 4 ballots, because of the different elections and all that, I still don't even think all done. And you have to fill out 4 little jiggly jiggles.
Something you need?
Yeah, the vote.
You're right. I'll go right now.
Mm-hmm. And as I was saying, it's just like... I suppose Bob made it a point to just say I'll win this, which makes sense, I suppose. That's the one.
I'm Dave's wife, so
Good luck,
don't even
Dave.
think about
You have my
trying
vote.
anything.
Good to see you.
I'm not even. What? I don't.
Hey,
Hey, she's Dave's wife, and because of that, I shouldn't even think about trying anything. Which I assume is like proposing to her, or doing other things that are related to being somebody's wife. Like, for example, write a prenup. Well, is that prenup before? Yeah, prenup is. What?
Hey there.
Hi. What does being a wife entail that other people who aren't wives can't, do the thing? Are you listening to the radio? Because you shouldn't. That's bad propaganda thing. Didn't he say something about that? I think he did. So
That's secure for a reason.
yeah, it's because it's required as a key and doesn't allow me to open it. Otherwise, I would open it because observe. Actually, I can't hide from here.